Okay, as you can see, the curry is bubbling, so I'm going to turn the heat down so that it calms down a bit. And then we're going to give it a little taste, because before I add the turkey into this pot here, I'm going to add the turkey, and then in my other pot of curry, I'm going to add these white beans. But I want to make sure that the flavor is just right, and we still have to use our secret ingredients, which is the fish sauce. And the fish sauce is super salty, so that's why I don't salt very much at all in this recipe, because I've already got salt, a real saltiness with the fish sauce. And different people like different amounts. Go with very small incremental amounts. I'd say start with, for this recipe, you want to start with maybe about a half a teaspoon. Let it sit for a bit, taste it. And when I say a bit, just stir it in, you know, give it a couple stirs and then taste it. So I'm going to add a little bit here. And I've already added a little before we turned on the camera. So I know that I probably got the right level of saltiness from the fish sauce. And if I need any more saltiness from here, I'll probably go with salt. And that is so good. So now I'm going to add it to my next one because I didn't add any. So now the other secret ingredient you want to add to a curry, a Thai curry, is a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice. And so lime juice is the best, but if you can't find lime juice, lemon juice works really well too, because you want the sour. And so when you're cooking Thai food, it's all about the balance of the flavors. That's really key. So salty, sour, even sweet, very important. And then you want the savory umami flavor as well. So we're going to add a little bit of this lime juice, and about maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon to start. Seriously, I don't measure it. I just put a little bit in, stir it around, and then I'm going to give it a taste. So have a tasting spoon handy so that you can taste this. Oh, that's really good. We'll add a little more to the other. The last touch there. And now to round out the flavor, and also maybe kick it up a little bit. This is spicy, but I could go a little spicier. So I'm going to add a couple pinches of palm sugar. And then we'll stir that through. And if you want it even spicier still, add a couple more pinches of palm sugar. If that doesn't work, you might just need to go for the spice, maybe a pinch of cayenne, or at the end you could use a Thai chili or jalapeno or one of these little cherry bomb chilies. I just love the look of these, so I thought they were really cute. So let me taste this, see where we're at. That's really good. Oh wow. Okay, so now we're going to add the turkey. So this turkey goes right into the pot. And then we just stir it right in. And then to the other, I'm going to add the white beans. So I'm just gonna give it a little stir through. Okay, and then you just warm that through. So the white beans go in the other. Add that right in. And now I'm going to add the other flavors to this soup. So I'm actually going to bring a bowl out so that you can see how we plate the whole thing. So to the end, you want to add a little bit of basil, some green onions, and some cilantro. And all these are washed and ready to go. So we want to give the green onions a really thin slice. So I'm just going to slice them across. That's probably a good amount. This one didn't slice all the way through, so let's get him in. Okay, and then we're going to do a little chiffonade on our basil. So the basil, you just stack them up and then roll them, and that's your chiffonade. So you just roll them like that. So just roll it up like a little sleeping bag. So just get the green onions out of the way so you can see this. Back your fingers up when you're chopping so you don't include your finger in all this. Just want the herbs. Give it a couple, I like the little couple cuts across, especially if my basil's a little bit big. And sometimes basil can be really big. So that's enough for the amount I'm going to show you that I'm plating. Now we're going to add a little cilantro. And the cilantro, I like to add it to the top right before serving, but I also like to stir it in the broth. So to cut your cilantro or parsley, you just want to hold it like you're holding a little bouquet. So hold all the leaves together. I usually keep the wrapper here around it, the tie, and so then you give it a little haircut and run your knife across. And that's it. So now you just have the leaves, and you can use the stems for maybe an oil, or actually if you chop the stems really fine, you can saute them in something else or add them to another dish. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. It's okay if these end up in a little pile together, because they're all going to end up together in this curry. So just a rough chop. You don't need to mince this until it's a paste. I want a little texture from the cilantro left. So now I'm going to add some to the pot. So it goes right in. And now if you like other greens, this is a good place to add your greens. So leftover spinach, and without the dressing, okay? So not a dressed salad, but maybe some baby spinach leaves. Baby kale works really well. I think even rocket arugula works really well too. So I said rocket first, but it's known as rocket in Australia, and I think in England, and then in the States here, we call it arugula. So just so you guys don't get confused by that. But you see here the little flecks of green? It's so pretty for just, I mean, we eat with our eyes. I always say that. I mean, when the food's beautiful, you just want to eat it. So lastly, I just want to show you one thing. Once I get the soup together, this little cherry bomb, we're going to put the soup right into a bowl. That in there. I'm going to find some red peppers. There we go. And some mushrooms. There we go. I think that looks really nice. And then we're going to add our green onions and our cilantro. This is the basil and the green onion first. Top it off with the cilantro. And then if you want to use those little chilies, you want to cut it. Okay, so excuse my board. Let me get that a little cleaner. There. All right. So you take the pepper, and then you just make a little slice right in the middle down here. It's a pretty firm little pepper. There we go. So now, these seeds here, these are pretty hot, so you want to be careful with that. So you want to just get the seeds out, and rather than using your fingers, if you have a little spoon, use a little spoon, or you can use the tip of your knife to cut, just move the seeds out. Unless you want a lot of spice, then add the seeds. But just be wary, because the seeds and the membrane of a chili, that's where all the heat is, and sometimes more heat than you really wanted. The main part of the pepper here, the red part here, has flavor and a little bit of chili. So you can see I'm just running my knife through, but I'm not going fast because I just want these thin little slivers like this. So I'm just going to do a couple for garnish. Because I don't know, you know, they may be really hot. And I might go, wow, well, that was really pretty. I'll do 4. There we go. And that looks really pretty. So that is our turkey Thai leftovers for our Thanksgiving leftovers. So our turkey Thai curry. Is that what it's called? That's what it's called. So yellow curry with turkey and leftover veggies. I hope you try it. It was really fun to make it with you. And you know, this really doesn't take that much time to make, so please try it and let me know what you think. See you later.